When it comes to running a successful WooCommerce store, choosing the right plugins are absolutely critical, but there's so many for you to choose from. How do you identify the cream from the crop? So in this video, we will share with you what and why we think these 21 plugins are the best WooCommerce plugins to turbocharge your online store performance. Let's go. Hey, it's Jack from RankMath, the one WordPress SEO plugin that constantly strives to provide you with the fastest and the most cutting-edge SEO tools. And on this channel, we provide you with the most up-to-date SEO knowledge to help you grow your search traffic. So if you are new to our channel, consider subscribing. Now, before we start, the plugins that we recommend, some are free and some you have to pay for, but I want to make this super clear. We are not paid to talk about any of these plugins, and the links you see down below in the description, none of them are affiliate links. In other words, these are genuine recommendations without external influence. The plugins we are going to talk about are based on what we truly think are the best. So now that we have that cleared, let's talk about the categories of plugins we will be talking about. We will first talk about WooCommerce plugins for payment gateways, then for search engine optimization, translation, speed optimization, WooCommerce page design and customization, inventory and logistics management, and finally, plugins for marketing and automation to streamline your workflow. So without further ado, let's start with the WooCommerce plugins for payment gateways. Every WooCommerce store, in fact any online stores, will need a way to collect payments from their customers. So it's absolutely critical to choose a payment plugin that is stable, reliable, and provides your customers with many payment options. The worst thing that could happen is when your customers decide to pay for your product, but the payment won't go through. So the payment plugin we recommend is the payment plugins for Stripe WooCommerce. I've personally used this plugin and it is easy to set up. I've received payments without any issues, and with Stripe, your customers can pay you using credit cards, Google Pay, Apple Pay, and many others. And the thing is, hardly any payment plugins will get an average rating of above 4 because there may be some common issues store owners face. For example, if you go to your WordPress dashboard and add a new plugin, search for payments, and you will see quite a few payment plugins. You see, these are from WooCommerce, but they have below average ratings. 140 plus and 300 people have left ratings for these plugins. And then this is by Automatic, which is WordPress. It has only 3 stars, reviewed by 40 plus people. But for payment plugins for Stripe WooCommerce, it has 100,000 active installs. 190 plus people have given a good rating for it. So it is not just me who says this plugin is good and reliable. Setting up the plugin is relatively easy. First, you need to have an active Stripe account, and you can easily connect it to your WooCommerce store with a click of a button. Filling up some information, and once done, all the API information will be added here for you. If your WooCommerce store is not ready yet, you can set it to test mode so that you can test the flow of your customers' checkout process. You can use this as the credit card number for testing, then 1234 for expiration date, and any 3 digits for the CVC. And the test order is done. It is rather straightforward, right? Now, if you want to collect payments using PayPal, we recommend a plugin called Payment Plugins for PayPal WooCommerce. This is the plugin. It is developed by the same company, Payment Plugins. You see, it has over 20,000 active installs with a high rating. And similarly, you need to have an active PayPal account so that you can easily connect your store with PayPal with a simple click of the button. Now, the next plugin is one that I've not tested before, but if your WooCommerce store wants to collect payments with cryptocurrencies, which might be a trending option in the future, you may want to try installing the plugin called Coinbase Commerce, Crypto Gateway for WooCommerce. This plugin has over 2,000 active installs and with 18 ratings. And once you have installed this plugin, you've gone to visit the WooCommerce settings, and on the Payments tab, you need to toggle this Coinbase Commerce Gateway settings on for it to work. Click on Finish Setup, and you will need an API key from Coinbase to be added here. Once you have done that, on your checkout page, your customers will be able to pay you using cryptocurrencies with Coinbase. So these are the 3 WooCommerce payment plugins we recommend, and if you have any payment plugins that are worthy of a mention, do let us know in the comments and let us know why you recommend it. When we talk about WooCommerce SEO, what exactly do we need? We need the search engines to display the star rating and all the snippets by implementing schema data to the product pages. We need to optimize our product pages for SEO. We need a product sitemap so that it's easier for search engines to discover our products. And if we have a physical store, we want it to be found on Google Maps and search. So we need the local SEO features. It seems like you will need to install a bunch of plugins for all the features, but in reality, you only need one plugin, and that plugin is none other than RankMath. I am not recommending RankMath because I work with them, but because I genuinely believe that they are the best. I was a customer for all SEO plugins for an extended period of time before RankMath found me as their video creator. You see, on the RankMath's dashboard, the module you need for WooCommerce SEO is the WooCommerce module. Once activated, on every WooCommerce product page, scroll to the bottom, under the Schema tab, a WooCommerce product schema is added by default. So every information you add to the product data, and basically anything you add to the product page, will be integrated into the WooCommerce product schema. As you publish the product page, and test the page on Google's Rich Results testing tool, you will see that the product schema and the review schema are both present and valid, which means the product page is eligible for rich snippets on search engines. And by default, the sitemap module will automatically create a product sitemap. If you go to the sitemap settings, this is the sitemap link, visit it, and you will see the product sitemap here. Every new product you publish on your WooCommerce store will automatically be added to the product sitemap. Also, on any WooCommerce product page, the RankMath's SEO checks are integrated with it, so you know if your product page is well optimized for SEO. Some checks are standard, much like those you see on a usual blog post, like focus keyword in SEO title, meta description, URL, etc. But if you have RankMath Pro installed, some SEO checks, like the minimum 200 words check, the product schema check, and the reviews enabled check, are specific to WooCommerce products, giving you a peace of mind that your product pages are well optimized. On top of that, other than our content AI, give us a while and there will be some AI features that will help automate some of your WooCommerce product workflow. Anyway, if you want to find out more details and tutorials about using WooCommerce and RankMath, you can check out this video right here. The link is in the description. Now, let's say that on top of your online store, you have a physical store, and they want it to be found on search engines and Google Maps. On the RankMath's dashboard, turn on the local SEO module, and you can optimize your business for SEO by completing your business details here, together with setting up a Google business profile. And again, if you want a complete guide to local SEO, check out this video right here. I'm pretty sure you'll become a local SEO expert after watching this video. Oh, did I forget? Other than the dedicated WooCommerce SEO checks, all other features I've mentioned are free. There are other modules like the 404 monitor, image SEO, instant indexing, redirections, and many others that are free. So now you know why I said RankMath is the best WooCommerce plugin for SEO. Now, if you sell products internationally and you want to speak to your customers in their language, you've got to use a translation plugin, but there are so many of them. So we have narrowed it down to two. The first translation plugin we recommend is the WPML plugin. This is not a free plugin. And if you want a WooCommerce integration, which is right here, you will need this multilingual CMS plan that costs $99 a year. With it, you can automatically translate your WooCommerce store pages from English to over 65 languages. And the best part is, it is compatible with RankMath, so all the meta titles and descriptions can automatically be translated to your desired language as well. So all your product pages can appear on search engines when a foreign language keyword is being searched for. Now, like any other translation plugin, the actual translation is not free. For the subscription to WPML, you get 2,000 credits each month, and they have a calculator below to show you the approximate cost of translation. But you can buy prepaid credits as well if it suits your budget. For your info, it only costs $5.49 per month for unlimited usage of the DeepL API, but WPML bundles it by usage. If your site is not a big site, WPML may make sense, but if it is a huge site, maybe you want to consider the next translation plugin, which is TranslatePress. Now, unlike WPML, which is a paid plugin, TranslatePress is a free plugin but with paid features, and it is compatible with RankMath as well. Once installed, you can select languages for translation. There are over 200 languages to choose from, and you can add that language, If the language has a formality, you can select if the translation needs to be formal or informal. Then, even with the free version, you can add a language switcher on any page using a shortcode. And you are not forced to show powered by TranslatePress, which many businesses will force their brand if you're not paying for it. And then you can choose to do automatic translation, so it saves you a ton of time. You can rely on either Google Translate or DeepL. For Google Translate, you will need the API key from Google, and you will pay Google directly on your translation usage. However, if you wish to use the DeepL translation engine, you will need the TranslatePress Pro add-ons that cost €159 a year and $549 per month for the unlimited usage of the DeepL API. As I said, if your site is big, it may be cheaper for you to go with TranslatePress, but if your site is average in size, maybe WPML may make more sense to you. It's really up to your use case. Every WooCommerce store will run into the same problem. WooCommerce slows down your site. And for customers, if an online store takes forever to load, what is the perception of the store? That's a lousy store, right? No matter how good the product is. That's why you need speed optimization plugins to speed up your site. The first speed optimization plugin we recommend is WPRocket. WPRocket is probably the best caching plugin for WordPress. Caching is simply storing a version of your site on your server so that when your site visitors visit the site, your server do not need to load every element of your site over and over again. The cached version of your website will be displayed. WPRocket is a premium plugin that costs $59 per year for one site. If you run multiple sites, these are the plans that might work for you. Many people who use WPRocket will always ask the same question. What is the best WPRocket settings? You see, you can enable caching for mobile devices. If your site uses an old WordPress theme, you can check this option. Under the file optimization settings, you can modify CSS, combine CSS, optimize CSS delivery, optimize JavaScript files, and there are many other optimization settings. But I can honestly tell you that the best settings are to turn every single setting on. But whether it breaks your site, that's a whole different story. So to find the optimal setting for your site, I would say to test everything on a staging environment. What I would do is to turn all the settings on, then clear your cache, and visit a couple of pages on your site. If nothing breaks, great. But if something breaks, I will go to the file optimization settings and turn off all these settings because usually it is either the CSS or JavaScript that breaks the site. And then turn one setting on at a time, clear the cache, and visit pages of your site again. If nothing breaks, you can keep that setting on, but if a setting breaks your site, you know to keep it off. Go through everything with the same method and you will find the optimal WPRocket setting for your site. Now, another speed optimization plugin we recommend that works with WPRocket is Imagify. Images are super important to an online store, but each image carries a larger file size than text. Hence, with an image-heavy page, the load time of that page will usually be longer. With the use of Imagify, you can auto-optimize images on upload so that the file size of your images will not be as big. Hence, your pages will load faster. And also, Imagify can create a WebP version of your images. WebP is an image format just like JPEG or PNG, but it is 20 to 30% smaller in file size. So as Imagify serves WebP images to your pages, naturally your pages will load faster. These are the plugins we recommend for speed optimization, but of course, you may have different opinions, so let me hear them in the comments. Next, we're going to talk about designing your WooCommerce pages. If you use WooCommerce, you know that it is quite challenging to customize the layout and design of your WooCommerce pages, such as the product page, shop page, checkout page, account page, etc. Well, you can do so using page builders, but I personally try to avoid them because most of them, not all, do not prioritize page speed. So the first WooCommerce design plugin we recommend that uses Gutenberg blocks is ProductX. ProductX is a free WooCommerce plugin that comes with premium features. And with its WooCommerce builder, you can create a template for any of these pages and it will replace the default WooCommerce pages. For example, I can create a single product page template. With its Pro version, you can use their pre-made template, and with the free version, you still can do something like this, but it is not as convenient as you are building the template from scratch. You can use a combination of other Gutenberg plugins to style your pages, such as adding the column blocks from WordPress. I would use the 50/50 column style. Click on the plus sign, browse all, and as you scroll down, you will see all the blocks from ProductX. These are mainly for categories, and at the bottom, these are for a single product. I'll add the product image block here. You see, you can customize this block freely with these settings. Like for example, if I want to change the color of this sale tag, I will expand this, and I can change the color according to my preference. And anyway, this is just a template. So whatever your product is, the product image that you add to your product page will be displayed. So you can freely customize the layout, look and feel, and every aspect of your WooCommerce pages. And that's why we think ProductX is one of the best WooCommerce plugins in terms of page design. However, one drawback is that you can only create one template with the free version, which means if you have created a single product page template, you can't create another template for another page. You would need the Pro version. And the Pro version is not expensive, to be honest. Normally it costs $49 for one site. For more licenses, you can get the other plans. The good thing is you unlock all features and functionalities with the Pro version of the plugin. Now, if you only want to customize the checkout page and thank you page of your WooCommerce store, maybe you find that the default WooCommerce checkout is too dated and you want it to look like Shopify, then we will recommend a combination of two plugins. Cartflows is fundamentally a sales funnel plugin, which we will talk about in the marketing category of the video, but it has sub features like giving you the ability to customize WooCommerce pages. You see, this is the default WooCommerce checkout page, and with some simple steps, you can turn your checkout page into something like this. Once you have installed the Cartflows plugin, on its settings, you can utilize its ready-made templates by selecting one of the page builder plugins. Hence the reason why I recommended Spectra, because it is a Gutenberg plugin like ProductX. So as we select Spectra and save settings, head over to the store checkout settings, and you want to check this to override your global or default WooCommerce checkout page. Save settings, and now head over to the store checkout tab. Import a ready-made template. You see there are 4 free templates. Let's select this. I like the checkout and thank you page for this. Let's import flow. You see, these are all the steps. As your customers land on the checkout page, after they bought the products, they will land on the thank you page. However, you can add steps, for example, upsell or downsell. Don't worry, we will talk more about this later. For now, if you want to make the checkout page template active, toggle this on. Once you have done that, on your product page, let's add this to cart, proceed to checkout. Now you will see the Cartflows checkout template in action. Of course, with Cartflows, you can edit the elements here. That's what we have for customizing and designing WooCommerce pages. If you have any other ideas, I would definitely love to hear from you. Now let's talk about some plugins for inventory and logistics management. Now WooCommerce already has a system to track inventory and input shipping rates, but there are limitations. For example, if your customer is returning a faulty product to you, there is no way for you to differentiate and track the faulty product. Or if your business has more complex shipping needs, the default WooCommerce only caters for basic shipping. Hence, the plugins we recommend in this part of the video will help you fill that gap. The first plugin we recommend to cater for complex inventory tracking needs is the ATUM Inventory Management for WooCommerce. So this is a free plugin and it comes with features for you to track your returns inventory. If you have reserve stock you do not wish to sell yet, you can keep a record of it. And if your stock is lost in post, you can keep a record of it as well. And if your inventory is stored in multiple warehouses, there is a premium add-on for you to track inventories from all warehouses in one place. Once you've installed this free plugin, the first thing you will notice on your product pages is that it will have an additional ATUM inventory tab where you can choose if you want the inventory of this product to be managed by ATUM or not. And you can add a supplier for this product if there's any. Once you've done that, under your product variations, if there's any, you will see that you can include the purchase price of your product, which is the price you purchase from your supplier. I'll show you how useful this is in a while. And all these other fields are from ATUM as well. The same goes for other variations. Now to create a new supplier, under the ATUM inventory tab, click on suppliers, and you can add a new supplier. Creating a supplier is very useful if you need to create purchase orders from a supplier, as you can use the supplier information and take note of your agreement with each supplier. For example, the cancellation policy with your supplier, their lead time, tax, discounts, and everything. With that information, you can create and track purchase orders by clicking on the Purchase Orders tab. Add a new purchase order, select your supplier, fill up the information, add the product you wish to purchase from the supplier, edit the quantity, you can add the shipping costs, create the purchase order, and you can generate a PDF so that it can be sent to your supplier. On top of that, under the inventory logs, you can create a new log to track your reserve stock, customer returns, and others. And the best thing about this is that all these logs you have created will be displayed in the Stock Central for you to easily get the information you need. You can even filter your inventory with the extra filters. And if you have more specific needs, you can purchase one of their premium add-ons for you to unlock more purchase order features, track inventory from multiple locations, etc. We think this is probably one of the best inventory management plugins as it caters to many different use cases. What do you think? Now, the next plugin deals with shipping rates and it is called Table Rate Shipping Method for WooCommerce. Let's say that you want your customers to purchase above a certain amount to get free shipping, but if the amount is below the threshold, you'll charge them a shipping fee. For example, as you can see, I have set the free shipping amount at $200, so if you spend $200, you get the free shipping. Currently, it is at $29.95 and I need $170.05 to get the free shipping. For now, if the subtotal is below $200, I have to pay $16 for shipping. That's an amount I've set. This is just an example. Now let's say that I change the quantity to 10. So as I change the quantity to 10 to hit the threshold, as the subtotal is above $200, you will see that the shipping is now free. And this is how the flexible shipping rate is created. Once you've installed the free plugin, go to your WooCommerce settings, under the shipping tab, select the shipping zone, and add a flexible shipping method. I have already done so. So let's check out the settings. As you can see, the free shipping requires a minimum order value of $200. If you want to have different rules like minimum item quantity, etc., you need to get the pro version of the plugin. But for the use case I've mentioned, the free version of the plugin should be enough. You can check this box to display the notice you have seen earlier, and this is the calculation rule. When the price is from $200, the shipping cost will be $0. But if the price is from $0 to $199, the shipping cost is $16. You can add more shipping rules depending on the complexity you're going for. So that's for the flexible shipping rates. I was honestly considering adding a plugin in the list that displays the live shipping rates from multiple couriers, and there are so many, like Easy Ship, ShipStation, Elect Shipping Plugins, etc. And if there is a need for your business, you might want to check them out. But honestly, I think for better user experience, we should not give too many options to customers because it might become a roadblock for them. So I think the flexible shipping rate should be good enough. But the problem comes when tracking shipment. Most of the time, customers will be asking, "Where's my product?" And if you can't provide that answer, they might get upset, especially when they have been waiting for their products for some time already. So the next plugin we recommend is the Advanced Shipment Tracking for WooCommerce. This is the plugin we are talking about. It has over 60,000 active installs with good ratings from almost 300 reviews. And without much explanation, whenever you get an order and you have handled the product to a courier, you can add the tracking information. This is not available in the default WooCommerce. You can add the tracking number, select a shipping provider. These are some of the popular couriers in the world, and if you don't see the courier you use, under WooCommerce and Shipment Tracking, these are the settings for the plugin, but to find a courier, click on Shipping Providers, and here you will have a huge list of other courier providers. For example, I'm from Singapore, so I'll search for Sing, and these are the couriers that are known to me. You need to activate the shipping provider you are using, so that when you are back to your order, you will find the courier you are using. Let's select that. You can add the date you have passed the product over to the courier, mark the order as complete, save tracking, choose your order action, say to send an email with the order details, update it, and your customer will receive an email like this that includes the order tracking number. And when they click on this button, it will lead them to the courier page where they can track the order. Best of all, this is a free plugin with premium features. You can explore it on your own. Next, what if your customer wants a refund? Normally, they will send you an email or try to reach out to you for their request, but what if you want to allow your customers to request for a refund directly from their customer's account? The plugin that does that is the Return, Refund and Exchange for WooCommerce. This is the free plugin we are talking about, and once you've installed and activated it, as your customer visits their account and check on their orders, they will see a refund button. Once they click it, they will be able to select the reason why they want a refund. These reasons are predefined by you under the refund settings of the plugin. Scroll down, and right here, you need to add a comma for each refund reason. Your customers can describe why they want a refund. This is the setting that adds the field. And if your customers want to attach images as proof, this is available when you toggle this setting on and set a limit to the attachment file size. And if you have a refund policy, you can reiterate the refund policy rules here. In the settings, you can enable the refund rules. For example, this. Save settings. Let me refresh the page, and you will see the refund rules here. This is a fairly simple plugin, but if you want more features like auto accept refund requests, deduct coupon amount during refund, and many others, you can check out their Pro account. It costs $69 per year. If you have any other plugin suggestions or use cases you would like to share, feel free to leave a comment down below. We are all about learning from each other. Now to one of the most exciting categories of WooCommerce plugins, marketing. I think one of the best ways to get potential customers to buy your products is to give them a discount code, and by default, WooCommerce have coupon options, but they are basic. You see, by default, WooCommerce allows you to create coupons with a percentage discount, fixed cart discount, or fixed product discount. You can set the coupon's usage restrictions, like having a minimum spend, etc. And you can set the usage limits. But what if I want to give special discounts like buy one get one free, or create a coupon link so that I can add it to an email? The default WooCommerce plugin doesn't cater for that, and that's why we recommend a plugin called Advanced Coupons for WooCommerce. Like the other plugins we have mentioned, this is a free plugin with premium features. Once you've installed and activated the plugin, you will see a coupons tab on the left panel of WordPress. You have the ability to create categories to sort your coupons. You can issue store credits to your customers if you want to. And when you add new coupons, you have a new option which is the buy one get one free, or whatever the amount you wish. You can add specific products for the free version, but if you want more complex combinations, you need to upgrade to the premium version. So let's say that this coupon is for someone who wants to buy the Simpsons t-shirt and they get one free. And you can further add conditions. For example, if the cart subtotal is more than $30, then this coupon will be valid. This is just an example. On top of that, if you are running a promotion for a period, you can use the scheduler to set the start and expiration dates for the coupon. You can publish this coupon and use the URL coupon option to get this link and send it to your customers through email if you are running a promotion. But if you want the option to generate random coupons, in case you are worried that your customers are abusing your coupons, maybe for cart abandonment email sequence or welcome email sequences, you may need the premium version. That's for coupons, and honestly, you don't need the premium version of the advanced coupons for cart abandonment email sequences. There's a plugin that will allow you to do it for free, and it is called WooCommerce Cart Abandonment Recovery Plugin by Cartflows. This is a simple and free plugin any WooCommerce store can use to send automated messages to their customers who have left items in their cart. Once you've installed and activated this plugin, under WooCommerce, you will see the cart abandonment option. Click on that and you will have a report on how well your emails are working. Click on follow-up emails, and there are 3 sample email templates you can work on. Honestly, if you think these templates are too basic, you can utilize ChatGPT or other AI tools to write more relevant emails with the right copywriting frameworks. And you can create coupon codes to these emails as well to entice people to buy the products. You can give a percentage discount or a fixed cart discount, set the coupon amount, this is 10%, set the coupon expiry in hours or days, leave it at 0 for no expiration period. You can grant free shipping, prevent the coupon to be used with other coupons, and automatically add the coupon to the cart when the customer clicks on the link through the email. These are some features you have to pay for in the Advanced Coupons plugin, so you're getting these for free. And without looking desperate for a sale, You can maybe push this email to be sent out in a day instead of after 30 minutes. Make sure that you activate this template before saving it, and your customers will receive this email when the cart is abandoned. Now we are on the ProductX website, but we are not talking about ProductX. You see this subtle notification every few seconds telling you that someone has bought a product. Or another example would be Monsoon London that has this notification bar at the top. Now I'm not suggesting that ProductX or Monsoon London are using Notification X, but I'm just sharing with you examples of what Notification X can do. But don't you think if you're considering buying Product X and you're seeing actual people buying the product, somehow or rather you will have more confidence in buying the product? Or if you're considering buying a dress from Monsoon London and you conveniently saw the discount, will it entice you to buy it? Anyway, the Notification X plugin is easy to use. Once you've installed and activated the plugin, it will bring you directly to the setup. You can select the sales notification and get the sale information from your WooCommerce store. Click on Next. There are a couple of free designs you can choose from, and then you can choose to display it everywhere or specific locations. Then set the position of the notification and you are done. Or you can select the notification bar option, then choose a design, choose the display location, and done. How's that? Is it simple and easy to use? Do you think it's effective for your store? Let us know. Now to the next plugin. Now I'm pretty sure you already saw how Cartflows can override the design, look and feel of your checkout and thank you pages, but the most important aspect of Cartflows is its sales funnel. If you use ClickFunnels and you like its focused selling method, like sending your prospects to a landing page, then to the checkout page, and after they have bought the product, you try to upsell them with a better offer. If they did not take the offer, you can send them to a downsell offer, but if they took the offer, you can send them to another offer. But at the end of the day, everything leads to the thank you page that includes all the products they have bought through the sales funnel. Cartflows does basically what ClickFunnels do, but on a WordPress website. Sales funnels are highly effective for businesses that sell only a few focused products. And if you want to utilize the upsells and downsells and all these other options from Cartflows, you need to have the paid version of the plugin. You can go to their website to check it out. Now, have you heard of the term, the money is in the list? Running a WooCommerce store, the money is really in the list, and that's why you need email marketing automation. In the past, you need to rely on external tools like Aweber, GetResponse, Sendinblue, and others to craft email sequences and segment your customers. And it can get very pricey, especially as your customer base grows. Most autoresponders will charge an arm and a leg to run your email marketing campaign. And that's why we recommend using FluentCRM since we are using WordPress and WooCommerce. Because there is no limit to how many subscribers you can have, no limits to how many emails you can send, how many email marketing campaigns you can create. Basically, it is a complete and fully functional email marketing service, and it's not expensive. Instead of paying exorbitant monthly fees to email responders, you can have all the functionalities with a yearly subscription of $129 for one site. If you need more site licenses, these prices are far below what you pay for other email autoresponder services in our opinion. You see, with the paid plugin, you can manage your email campaigns, segment your contacts, email sequencing. For example, your customer has bought this product but has not bought your upsell products. You can segment this customer with tags and send highly relevant targeted emails and eventually guide this person to buying your upsell products. There are so many different use cases when you have full capabilities of email automation without limits. So if you want to increase your sales revenue, you should check out FluentCRM. Now, wouldn't you agree that having a live chat feature on your site may lead to a higher sales conversion rate, improve user experience, and instill customer loyalty? You would agree, right? But if you search around, there are so many chatbot products out there that charge a monthly fee, yet they limit your usage. So after searching for so long, I think I found the WooCommerce plugin that makes the most business sense. I'm talking about the Woowbot or Woowbot by Quantum Cloud. You see, this is what Woowbot can do. You can add links so that the chatbot will know what the customers are looking for, and the bot can provide some relevant prompts for your customers to click on. These are the basic functions of a chatbot. Now, if you check out our site, I have not done anything after activating the plugin. As I click on this, it is asking what I'm shopping for. So let's say that I'm shopping for a shirt, and it will provide me with these two options. And if you decide to purchase the premium version of the plugin, let's say that you purchase the ultimate plan, it has the OpenAI integration so that your chatbot can speak like a human with your customers. And most importantly, the ultimate plan is a lifetime plan for now. So no monthly fees and no restrictions. Have you used this plugin before? If yes, can you share your experience in the comments? Now, the final plugin we are going to recommend is an automation plugin called the Uncanny Automater. Now, if the list of WooCommerce plugins we have mentioned in this video are great and you want to automate the features of these plugins, check this out. The Uncanny Automater is integrated with the advanced coupons, FluentCRM, and many other plugins. For example, FluentCRM. When a tag is added to a user, it can trigger an action to add the user or contact to a list, remove tags, or remove a user from a list. For advanced coupons, if a user spends greater than a specific amount of store credit, you can trigger to maybe automatically rewarding the person with more store credits. And for WooCommerce, let's go to the sample recipes. You can utilize other plugins for automation. For example, when someone views a product from your store, you can display a pop-up with a special offer with another plugin called the Pop-up Maker and other use cases. Thank you for sticking with me to the end, and I hope I've given it all to provide you with a list of best WooCommerce plugins. If you have any plugin suggestions, do let us know in the comments, and don't forget to support us with a thumbs up. We are all about sharing everything we know about SEO and its development, so if you are interested in our journey, join us by subscribing to our channel. This is Jack from RankMath. See you soon.